Switch library keeps on growing. While the big AAA titles seem a little lacking, the indie support is phenomenal. Ironcast is the newest addition to that Nindies library, offering a game genre I'm sure we'll see more of in the future. Of course, Dreadbit's take on the puzzle genre is far from typical. In fact, it's one of the most interesting takes on the genre I've ever played. The developers described Ironcast as a turn-based strategy game, but I don't know if I'd call it that exactly. Sure, it involves thinking and strategy, but it acts more like a match 3 puzzle with strategic and RPG elements. However, that's not to say it's a bad game. Aside from a few omissions, Ironcast offers a thrilling steampunk experience that Bejeweled lovers will enjoy. Especially if you like blowing things up. The year is 1886. A power source known as Voltite helps power everything from Paris to London, leading to some of the steampunkiest robots ever created by mankind. In the midst of this steam-fueled prosperity, the French decide to invade Britain, taking away the land, rations, and worst of all, tea. The British are recovering from the initial invasion, relying on brave men and women to protect the country and save the Queen. But the enemies...
Sir, please excuse the interruption.
Can't you see I'm in the middle of something?
But sir, the French are closing in on our location. They'll be here in a matter of minutes.
Hold my tea. Combat is relatively simple, once you understand all the possible moves in a single turn. There are 4 puzzle pieces or nodes essential for fueling your steam-powered mech. By matching 2 or more of the same node, you add that much ammo, energy, coolant, or repair to your tank. With this fuel, you can raise your defense and evasion, repair your mech, or fire missiles. The longer the streak you match, the more experience points and other bonuses you get. However, you only have 2 tries each turn to match nodes. This in turn requires strategy. Ooh. The game also has an RPG element to it as you upgrade your Ironcast from resources gained in battle. Weapons, defense, evasion, and the hull itself are all capable of being upgraded if you have the money. That, plus the previous mentioned turn-based combat, gives the game greater depth than the vast majority of puzzle games on the market. Alright, let's see if I learned anything. Nope. Nothing. After getting a game over, whether from exploding into pieces or quitting the mission, you lose everything from that campaign. I mean everything. In other words, permadeath is very real. No matter what, you start from the very beginning. That's it? That's how it ends? All that hard work for nothing? However, when you finish or end a campaign, the game awards you with commendation marks for every 5,000 points of experience you've collected. These tokens are exchanged for new commanders, Ironcast, and other upgrades to benefit your next campaign. This system gives Ironcast replayability and a higher level of strategy it would otherwise lack. That being said, I can't help but feel a little sad for Lord Butler. In every possible reality I create, he dies the same horrible death. No matter how many times I restart, I can never save him. Perhaps some individuals are just destined for tragedy. Rest in peace, Lord Butler. The Switch version of Ironcast doesn't differ too much from previous versions. It does add some improvements that make for an overall better campaign, and the developers thankfully included previous DLC. But what makes this version stand out from the rest is the Switch itself. Playing Ironcast wherever, whenever is fantastic. It's great for a relaxing train ride, boom, ha ha, or a quiet night at home, die, die, die. Versatility in how you play is fantastic as well. Even the touchscreen acts as a completely viable way to play. It fits the needs and playstyle of most individuals. There is one thing I wish I saw. I couldn't help but think how great it would have been to take my Ironcast online in battle. Unfortunately, a multiplayer mode of any kind is absent, and this is true for all versions. Multiplayer isn't everything, I know, but pitting my mech against other players just sounds fun. Of course, adding an online mode would create new challenges for Dreadbit, and a single-player experience was most definitely their focus, so I can understand why they didn't end up going in that direction. In the end, Ironcast stands out from any puzzle game on the Switch with its strategic gameplay and unique replayability. Going through the pains of permadeath may be difficult, but like metal thrown into the refiner's fire, it molds you into a better player and is well worth it. Ironcast is a great addition to any puzzle lover's Switch library. Be sure to check out NintendoCity.com for more Nintendo news and reviews. Goodbye, you good people.